did TV one time.
We'll do TV again.
I was undercover boss. 4 hours of doing a 30-minute job. It was great.
This won't be 4 hours.
No, I know. But yeah, this.
Yeah, but there was a lot of cutting and there was a lot of prepping beforehand. And
there was cuts and let's ask you questions, and then there was like, hey, what can we do next, and this and that, and like, how about we have him do that, and then you say this, and then do that, and I'm like, because I was a senior captain at the time, and like, the job was literally like, went until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Jeez.
Because we were on an actual job, and they, we went there and did the whole thing, all the videoing and all that. They started by, getting everything packed up, moved, and whatnot, and then we came in for the episode stuff, and we did one room, and that one room, which could have been 30 minutes tops, took us 4 hours to do, because of all the stop, redo that one, let's try this, go from a different angle, pick it up a different way, tell him about his shoes, do this. And it was like,
Jeez.
TV, national TV is crazy.
Well, yeah, I guess that was just prep for you, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's jump into this, okay? Thanks, everybody, for coming back to My Own Private Nostalgia podcast. Today, it's My Own Private Damien Black. Today, we are joined by the notorious Damien Black. So this is a special episode for My Own Private Nostalgia because Damien Black is Moppin's first professional sponsored athlete. Damien Black, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, before we kick things off even further, today's episode is brought to you by Squash Juice. And we're going to need optimum hydration and focus today because this one's going to be one heck of an episode. Damien Black.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome again. Appreciate it. Idaho Wrestle Club superstar extraordinaire.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate being here.
Mm-hmm.
It's among other appreciations, such as the sponsorship. It's been quite a ride so far, and we just started.
Yeah, it's good. Well, let's jump into things, and let's start with who you are outside of wrestling.
Oh, who am I outside of wrestling? Well, mostly just a family man. I don't do a whole lot. I work. I come home. I got 5 kiddos, and I'm married. Been married for almost 15 years now. And other than that, I enjoy spending my time with them and just hanging out with my best friend, my wife.
So as a family man, as someone who has the drive to be professional wrestling, like, what drove you there in the first place?
Drove me to the professional wrestling?
Yeah.
So when I was little, I mean, I don't want to age myself, but when I was watching wrestling as a young kid and all that, I watched The Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys in general, just all of that, and basically was like, that looks like real fun, and then also thought, there's no way I would ever do that because I'm small. And then come to find out that it was an actual thing that I could get into, and so I jumped into it, and I think the first independent scene show that I ever watched was at the VA Center that Wrestle Club did, and I came in there and was like, watched it and was like, hey, I want to help out, and then talked to the owner and what have you, and was like, hey, you guys got openings and spots that you train. And so that's how I started.
So what does professional wrestling cost you?
Oh, well, beyond the monetary value, jumping back to that whole family man thing, cost me time with my family, that's for sure. But there's been some ups and downs in that aspect of what it's costed. I had actually a pretty deep bit of mental falling when I was first started out. Got really deep into the gimmick, the lifestyle of being a wrestler.
The darkness, right?
Yeah, and so I wasn't such the nicest guy. And that kind of just bled into home life too, which wasn't so wonderful. But we got past it and moved on from it.
It's good. It's good. So what do people not see besides the parts of the darkness that you were referencing just a second ago?
The hours, honestly, the hours that it takes for the training, the just taking care of your own body, the hours, there's just hours that people don't see. They go there for that, say, 2-hour show. You know, they see 2 hours of what 90 hours puts in for that 2 hours.
So you've been building this from the ground up, and now you've got businesses like Dark Prime getting behind you. Dark Prime Apparel is someone that My Own Private Nostalgia works with alongside. How does that make you feel?
Oh man, it's pretty crazy actually. When I started this, I was just like, oh, I'll do this, and then I'll do it for however long I can, and cool, I'll not be done, you know, because when I started a little too far into the age as what, quote unquote, the big leagues or the mainstream would take. So, quite frankly, I was never one of those ones that was like, oh, I'll make it to the said mainstream. So, it's just, it's heartwarming and appreciative that my goals and things that I've done have actually provided something behind it.
This is going to be emotional. I feel like.
Could be.
Well, I feel teary already.
Ah,
That's a good thing.
yeah.
There's definitely a lot of emotion behind professional wrestling to begin with.
Yes.
So, you have mentioned those turmoils in your family starting out. How's your family support you?
My family supports me wonderfully. Like my youngest boy, he tells me, he's like, Dad, you're my favorite wrestler. And then like John Cena, and then yada yada yada. And I'm like, and that right there is one of those things that makes you just kind of like, it pulls at that heartstring, being like, okay, cool, I'm doing something to be proud of. And he kind of wants to, I think he's still a little young to actually think about what he wants to do, but he talks about wanting to be a wrestler. So in the future there might be another
Legacy.
Yeah, there might be another, but we'll see. I don't want to force it on him, and I'm not one of those ones that's going to push my objectives to him. I would love to see one of my boys, or even my youngest, decide to join up and, you know, do the business, because that would be amazing. Because like that's one of those things where it's like you built something for the future, and to see it happen would be amazing.
Was there ever a time you almost stopped?
Oh, that is a question of there's been multiple times I've tried to think about stopping, and not because of age or injury, but you just sometimes you get in your head about things, and like, oh, I'm not doing good enough, or oh, I don't have a title, and why don't I have the title, and this, that, and the other, or getting pushed to be with people you don't really agree with. And like,
are we talking about Project Mayhem?
Yeah, a little bit there. Yeah.
Okay.
After a while, Project Mayhem, I digress on that. That whole thing.
You referenced before the dark part of this whole thing, and this seems to be a cloud that is stuck over your head.
Yeah.
Even to this day, still a dark cloud that kind of...
Yeah, they don't go away. And I kind of feel bad because that's kind of the thing that I instilled into it, is not to go away. You don't give up. Wreak as much havoc as possible when possible.
You hurt a lot of people when you were with Project Mayhem.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wrecking ball. Even to this day. I mean, even with you not being a part of it, they really give My Own Private Nostalgia a run for their money.
Yeah. And that will penance is made due at some point. And I got a few other things working right now about that, but when the time comes, the time will come. I've had to atone for the mistakes and the tragedies. First of all, getting my teeth busted out by Brad Zane himself.
Yeah.
And after that, I had to take almost a complete year off from doing anything to be able to get all the dental work and everything fixed.
And when you're an independent professional wrestler, that is a lot of time.
That is a lot
of money that you're not making,
time.
A lot of that monetization, and not only that, but like independent wrestling, people don't realize is like you're not getting paid like the big leagues. So you don't have big paychecks coming in. You're living, paycheck to paycheck. You're trying to put food in your family's mouths, and you usually have to work 2 or 3 jobs, and then also still do the wrestling on the weekends and find time to train. That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it that people don't really realize. I mean, the monetary wise on being an independent is not it's not glorious. I mean, I never jumped into this for the money, but at the same time, the monetary wise for independent wrestling, it's not glorious. But yeah, we'll just go and put it that, there's a time and place. And that was kind of part of why my moniker of the, your fate's sealed is kind of something I established and lived by. Because fate will always come. It'll either put you on your backside, or you're going to stand up with it, and it's going to raise your hand. And, I atoned for what I did, and now it's time to move forward and stay away from that and alleviate some issues that me being in that, it's kind of like a second evolution when it comes to that, honestly. Because, like, at first it was atoning for all the things I did. Now I'm paying the penance of all the things that I did that now is followed by others.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're referencing the fact that you did these terrible things while you were with Project Mayhem and alongside Brad Zane, and you're still paying for it even as that legacy continues on. Is that your understanding?
Yeah. Yep.
So did Damien Black start taking shape within Project Mayhem, or did it start taking shape before?
He definitely was within Project Mayhem. You know, at the very beginning, that's where Damien evolved into, and you know, how could I put it? Like, you know, the evolution began with Project Mayhem. And it continued to grow, and then there was just something that triggered and became different, that became the next evolution. I've never changed, I've just evolved.
And every professional wrestler has to evolve as their career continues to move on. That's how you just become better.
Yeah. Yeah, staying stagnant as one thing or another, you'll never get too far, I honestly think.
So where do you end and Damien Black begins?
That's a fine line of blurred grayness that... Because, I mean, honestly, like, there's not a whole lot of difference. I like to tell people that it's me, it's turned up to 11. Like, I don't have filters and facades, and I am who I am, and I say who I am, and it kind of relevates to Damien Black as well.
So at what point did things start going from wrestling to something bigger with sponsorship deals, the affiliation with Dark Prime Apparel? Where did everything start to align?
That's a hard one to answer because I don't know where it started to align, but in this past year is probably where I'd say it was. Everything. So I went down to Arizona for a while. I had to get away, and I had chased a light that just kind of dimmed out and didn't work out for us. But went down to Arizona, spent a year down there, and I think going somewhere else and being there for X amount of time, more than just, you know, dropping in for the show and leaving, kind of is where everything blew up. Like, within 3 months of there, I was able to attain a title. And not because of anything other than my work ethic. And so yeah, it really just kind of from there it began. But I would say that the final place of where it actually it started was about a year ago when I came back here and was able to put all my years of experience into the bucket and make it work.
So how did that change you as a professional wrestler?
That's a good one. It changed me as a professional wrestler. Well, I think it took a lot of selfishness out of me. When I first started, I was real selfish about everything. It was all about me. Now it's me wanting to give back to fans and other workers and things of that nature. I'm not much in the way of me being the one that needs to succeed before everybody else does. And it gives me a platform to do that.
So you scraped and clawed your way up the ranks of Wrestle Club from your time in Project Mayhem to separating yourself from that alignment and really started to have the fans get behind you.
Yeah.
How How did that feel going from the scraping and the clawing to going somewhere outside of Idaho, which professional wrestling is very hard here?
Yeah,
in this
it's
state.
definitely a lot harder here than anywhere else.
And then you go to a place like Arizona, and you have that, would you say, immediate success? I mean, you're still working hard, right?
Yeah.
You're still putting in the work. You're still putting in the time. But it's a completely different world.
Yeah, it 100% is a different world. I wouldn't say that it was a immediate success. I mean, heck, the first time I went to training down there, their coach told me to get the heck out of the ring because he didn't know who I was.
Right.
Like, there was part of training where he was like, hey, everybody with X amount of time come into the ring, everybody else outside the ring. And I stepped into the ring and he was like, who the hell are you?
Right.
And I told him who I was, and he was like, I don't know, you get out of my ring. And so I got out of the ring and I went with the younger guys.
Right.
But yeah.
How did that make you feel, though, for somebody who helps train younger and newer wrestlers within Wrestle Club, taking people under your wing, being such a fan favorite, to going somewhere completely new as an outsider and working for that?
It was interesting. I kind of laughed about it, honestly, for the most part. Because I'm kind of like, I don't have that mental blockage like some people do. You know, I literally, the guy told me to get out of the ring, and I was like, okay, we'll see how you feel about that in a couple months. Like, that's the basis.
Prove him wrong.
Yeah.
Attitude mentality. Right?
Yeah, it was like just like, okay, well, I'll keep my mouth shut and I'll just prove you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, within a few months, you know, it was almost the same kind of thing that's going on, that happens here, you know, as I was actually helping him train these other guys, these younger kids. Like, everybody there was wonderful people. None of them had over 5 years, except for a good handful of people.
Right.
And most of the people that went to training were just young rookies. I mean, the volume size is what blew my mind the most there. The volume size. Because here, you know, our roster's about 25, 30, somewhere in there. Dependent on the month, the week, the day. But down there, like, there was at least 50 people within a week that would come for training.
That's impressive.
Now, granted, down there, they also would get people and then they would leave almost immediately.
Yeah.
And then there were some that would last a few months and then they die off. So, I mean, that's the difference here. We got people here with strong base who'll stay, who are there, you know, but it's on a smaller scale. So I think being here at Wrestle Club is really what made me ready for something that was bigger, such as that. Because I mean, down in Arizona, they've got like 10 promotions. You know, Idaho has 1.
Right.
So there's all of these different avenues down there. Up here, there's only the 1, and that's not a negative thing. That's just
It's the world we live in.
It's the world it is, and the volume difference.
Yeah.
You know.
But you've succeeded here in Idaho, and while you were down in Arizona, you and I have had conversations in the past where it's impressive that during that short period of time that you were down there, that before you left and came back here to conquer Wrestle Club again, that they were willing to say, you're welcome back.
Oh, yeah.
With open arms.
Yeah, they left me with the footnote of, you come back anytime you want.
So is that what drove you while you were there? Is to put in the work,
Yeah.
put in the drive?
That's me anywhere. That's me everywhere.
Right.
Like, I'll put in the work. I just want to see the results. You know, I've never been one, and especially because of my background of being in the military, my work ethic is I don't give up, I don't quit,
Right.
and I don't like to not give 100, and that's what I do.
So when I got into Wrestle Club 8 years ago, as a referee, as an official, and knowing you from backstage personality, just who you are, when you came back, it was Damien Black 2.0. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So what were you looking to prove on this second coming for Wrestle Club with Damien Black 2.0? What was the proving? What do you want to prove now?
Man, what do I want to prove now?
Because you were dark before.
Yeah.
Now it's completely different with you coming back, and it's a completely different Damien Black. You still have the darkness. You still have the mysteriousness, of that personality. But now there's something different.
I guess maybe because we got so many new people and stuff like that, I'd say, man, that's aging me again. Just that I can still hang, basically. Like, I'm like, hey, I'm here. Let's make it bigger.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing it. You're doing it in droves. You're coming back, but it's almost like the working man's man now. You came back as a grizzled veteran, almost. Not, again, we're going back to the aging you thing. But you can still go with the best of them.
Yeah, and that's one thing I do honestly, is I'm able to go.
Do you feel like you have to prove yourself even more now?
Yeah, time and time again. It's I think that's independent wrestling, though. Like, it doesn't matter where you're at, how long you've been there, how long you leave and then come back. It's always going to be a prove yourself thing, because at any moment your opportunity can just be wiped from your feet and somebody else gets it. So you always got to be proven that you can do the best you can do.
So your very last night at Wrestle Club, before you left for Arizona, you were a champion.
Yeah.
I was in the ring with you that night. So let's play devil's advocate for a little bit. Let's say you didn't leave. What would that have looked like for Damien Black?
So kind of falls back to that whole your fate sealed thing. I leave a lot up to fate, and I believe fate is what is going to either build you or break you. And so I couldn't really say it's up to fate of where I would be at, what would be different. I think honestly, like, there's nowhere other than up for me on a lot of things. I'm definitely not ever wanting to find the demons in the closet anymore, quote unquote kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think about the future in that aspect too much. Of like, I don't try to like pipeline of where would I have been at. I mean, hell, I'd probably still be champion if I had my way. Chances are I probably would have lost it a couple times, maybe, or won it back, or, there's just too many branches to be like given an exact. And that's not like an avoidance tactic either. That's just the way I look at things, is like there's too many branches of way things could have gone. But I know for me as a person, I would have been still pushing and still striving to do best and be the best of anyone that I'm around, and to show them how to be the best.
So you're if you were to stay around, do you think that you would have been tempted with those, that your dark past? It's almost like a dark passenger that you have with Project Mayhem. I mean, it's not something you can wipe away. But do you think that
Not easily.
that would have been tempted again, or do you think that you would have been like butting heads?
And we would have definitely been bumping heads and all that. I mean, it's Project Mayhem. They try to bump heads with everybody and anything that they can get in their way. But yeah, it'd definitely be a bump of the heads. There'd be some tangoing, you know. I mean, heck, I took the heavyweight title off of Brad Zane himself.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure he would want his up and comings. And, you know.
And he'll do whatever he has to. He'll look for any way to get around it. That's why he got
Certainly
the two
does.
cronies that he did with Trey Vino and Chuck Yeager.
Yeah.
To replace you. I mean,
I know,
he
it's
is
kinda
the
funny.
puppet master, right? But at the end of the day, it's all like, can he actually get the job done, or does he need somebody else to do it for him? Because it seems like he needed Damien Black to do all the heavy lifting for him before.
Oh, yeah, you know. Damien Black before was, you know, judge, executioner, and all for Project Mayhem. You know, Project Mayhem was the inaugural Wrestle Club's tag team champions when I
How
debuted.
long did you have those titles for?
Oh, I don't even know the number. I've held the title six, 7 times now.
Yeah, but I mean, if you add all those days together, that is a lot.
Over 13.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it's been quite a bit.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. That's the thing with Project Mayhem. I mean, look at the boys now. Like, I call them the boys. I don't care for them or nothing. But like, the boys, the Chuck Yeager, Trey Vino. This is like what they're on their 4th run.
3rd or 4th, yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
I think they have something to prove at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think they're jealous for what you and Brad had from the beginning, to be
Yeah.
honest. But they're just a bunch of punks. That's
Yeah,
all they
they-
are.
they
All they
are.
want to do is cause ruckus. Everywhere that we go, we have gone to card shows.
Yeah.
We have gone to cons, and we have been interrupted by them every single time.
And it conveniently, I'll put that out there. That conveniently, they do that when I'm not there.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Because when you and I signed that sponsorship contract in the center of the ring, they were nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing with them. Brad Zane's, you know, he's in the background. He's pulling some strings. He's doing some illusional facades of things. Who knows how he plays his game?
Well,
you know?
it also doesn't help that they have Dr. Steve in their back pocket either, so that doesn't help.
Well, money talks. So
Yeah. Well, talking about the sponsorship deal, that's a big thing. It was a big thing for us as a company. We didn't do it lightly. How does it feel to have a sponsorship deal with a company as an Idaho Wrestle Club superstar?
well, it is full of gratitude, and it is an interesting change in the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely something that I was like, as an independent, you're always like, oh man, I need money for this. I need to be able to do this. And, you know, maybe a sponsorship would help that. You know, just, you get these harebrained ideas that certain things will happen and you need these certain things to make things happen. And when they do happen, you're like, whoa, okay, wasn't expecting that.
Right.
And definitely appreciative of it, and it makes me feel humble.
Does it make you want to work harder?
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, that it's definitely one of those things, like, makes you humble, and it makes me push to do even more,
Yeah.
to do better, to be the better one, to keep on the straight and narrows, because, you know, again, got that dark past that always haunts me, so I gotta keep my head forward.
Right. Yeah, there was a lot of leading up to that sponsorship deal. We had a lot of conversations with different individuals, and at the end of the day, we came back because we had one name at the top of that list from the beginning, and that one name was Damien Black. So it was really important for us to keep that alive, keep driving. We had conversations here in the Boise Card Guys multiple times, had you come in, finally put your name on the dotted line in the middle of the ring, and that's big.
Yeah, it's huge for, especially here, honestly.
Right.
Like, I was down Arizona. They would get sponsorships for each event. That was it. Not for the athlete, worker, the wrestler, exactly. And it would be like prolonged. It was just for that event.
Right.
It was for that event, for that wrestler. And that's how it worked down there. You know, they'd, whatever the monetaries were and all that, because I'll tell you honestly, I never got there. I didn't get it. I didn't get no sponsorships down there. So that was part of when it came coming back, and then the conversation started happening. I was like, man, if I can put my foot on this and get this going, then I can show myself that I can do it and have that sponsorship. And the sponsorship here is completely different than what they were getting. Like, as far as I know, they're, like I said, it was just for the event. They're just putting their name tag underneath a wrestler. Here, I'm actually sponsored by a company. And it's me that's sponsored, not sponsored for this event.
Which was important for us because we wanted to sponsor and put our brand behind someone that we trust.
And I'll take that brand and I'll hold it high.
Which leads us to, how does it feel to... You have the big companies that have their own trading cards.
Yeah.
My Own Private Nostalgia has gone and started creating trading cards for Idaho Wrestle Club Superstars. How does that make you feel?
That's crazy. It's
As
crazy
an
in a
independent
good
wrestler,
way.
right?
It's crazy in a good way. Like, that's so cool. Like, I for years, I've been doing this almost 10 years now. Mm-hmm. And, the biggest thing is merch. I never had merch at all. Like, okay, I had the Project Mayhem stuff, but that was like a group entity thing, and it was never for just my individual self. But the facts of having trading cards is like a jump between just merch, and then, like, to me, trading cards is like this, like, dynamic that's like fascinating, cool, because, like, as kids, the basketball, the baseball, all the little trading cards that kids would always have. I had the Marvel Flair 95 trading cards, or action cards, or whatever they called them.
Right.
And I had a binder full of those. So now to be on one of those, something that I had as a kid, it's cool.
I mean, not only that, but like at the kids' fair,
Yeah.
you had JoJo, one of Wrestle Club's biggest fans, come up with your card and wanted you to sign it.
Yeah.
That's...
The kids love them.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, the adults too.
The adults do, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One gal, I don't remember her name, but man, she bought almost every single card of each wrestler. Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I'm a very basic descriptor type person. Like, to me, that's just the coolest thing ever. Like, you got a card, and like, the very first card that sold for us was actually sold to one of the people that I know personally.
Yeah.
And
it was graded too.
Yeah.
So it was even more.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty wild to see.
And they live on the other side of the United States.
Yeah.
They're on the East Coast, basically. Like, not all the way, but close enough.
We wanted to do something a little bit different. Something, it's not usually done. Is that we're dropping a brand new Damien Black card, never before seen, today on the episode, and you are the first person to see it.
Nice.
So, and on the podcast, we're going to have you sign it. So, Damien Black, first time ever seeing the My Own Private Nostalgia Wrestle Club trading card.
Nice.
Try to find the best place to sign.
Right? I'm like,
Choices.
man. Just all over the place here. Yeah, so
There. Damien Black. Second card through My Own Private Nostalgia. Mashup between My Own Private Nostalgia and Idaho Wrestle Club. So you'll be able to get them yourself here soon through our websites and locally at Idaho Wrestle Club events. So how did that feel?
that's awesome. Like, that's cool. And that's what I mean. Like, that gets you all bubbly and it makes you want to go, okay, I got it hard. Got to work harder.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with me. Like, my wife would tell you this. That it is. I'm always striving to do better, and I always try to work harder than I did before. Because for me, there's never achieving 100%. It's always striving to achieve 100%.
Right.
And it's not like a negative thing. It's more of, yeah, I gave it my all. But there's always something else I could have done.
Right.
I could have done that better. I could have done this more. Could spend more time doing this. That kind of thing. So it's never, to me, necessarily a negative thing. It's just the way I am to keep pushing and striving to go higher and further.
What we had also talked about, too, previously before we even started rolling today, is that Damien Black t-shirts will be being sold here soon. So you'll be able to actually get them at the merchandise booth at the wrestling events. Hopefully by the next event that we end up having, which should be Natural Selection coming up.
Yeah.
And that's we keep having people come up to the booths and ask,
Yeah.
how do we get our hands
a lot of people ask.
on Damien Black's t-shirts? So that's going to be pretty exciting.
That's awesome.
Well, as we continue on, you've had a couple run-ins with one of the younger guns here in Wrestle Club, Luke Powers.
Yeah.
So you guys are sitting at 1-1, right? 1-1.
1-1.
How does Luke Powers make you feel?
It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. You would think after so many years of being in this business, doing these things, and being around Brad Zane all the time, that, all the mind gaming wouldn't get in your head. And of course, it's like you're saying, this younger upstart talent, it gets in your head because you're like, well, they're young, blah, 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 make that foolish mistake of being overconfident. And then you drop the ball. And that's something that, for me, is a real agitator, frustrating, whatever kind of adjective you want to put to it. It's not that I don't like losing. Granted, I don't like losing, but not that I can't take a loss.
Right.
It's because I let him beat me outside of the ring. That's where it bothers me at. Because because him being a young kid, me going in there as the more veteran, more seasoned, worker, it's like, how did you let him get on top of that like that?
He has a lot to prove, it seems like, and you were very disappointed.
Oh yeah,
The last event that we ended up having.
Yeah.
Where, you and I had a conversation afterwards. I could see that frustration with you. My Own Private Nostalgia is still behind you 110%. he has, it seems like, trying to make a name for himself at Damien Black's expense by any way possible.
Oh, of course. I mean, these young cats are gonna do that though, like that, and that's the thing, and that's why I got so frustrated with it, is because these young cats are gonna do that. They're gonna come after these veterans, these guys who have been seasoned, what they would consider legends. And I hated that he called me that, because quite honestly, I'm not a legend. I'm not a legend until I'm done putting up my boots.
Right.
And even then I wouldn't consider myself a legend.
Right.
But that's just the humbleness in me to be like, look, there's people out there far better than me, far greater than me, but at the same time, I will give everything to do what I need to do to become that. But yeah, and that's it. He just got in my head with that kind of stuff, like coming after me to say he's going to end my career because he's going to be the first one to knock off the legend Damien Black. And to be quite frank, he's not the first.
He's not going to be the last.
And he won't be the last either. And it's like we talked about the dark stuff in my past and all that. Kid needs to be careful, because
there's a reckoning, it sounds like.
I am probably at the peak of what I do. And the fact that I let him slip under that hurts me. And the next time we meet up in that ring, he'll get to see it.
Yeah.
Because I let it fall once, it's not going to happen again.
I can see the frustration. It's frustrating for us. I know that there's a lot for Angela that she doesn't like about Luke Powers. There's a lot.
I don't like what he does with his pecs.
There's a lot to unpack in that.
But here's the problem, is that Luke Powers spends 30 minutes on a promo, right? A lot of talk, it seems like. A lot of talk.
And a lot of peck.
A lot of peck. Let's go back to the fact that when you beat him first, it was coming off of a Rumble victory.
Yeah.
With multiple other superstars in it, including Luke Powers. So if you want to look at it at the end of the day, I would say it seems like it's 2-1, and he's only got 1 against you because you guys were in the ring together during the Rumble too.
Yeah. You're definitely right on that. Like, I thought about that after this whole loss, and I was like, you know what? I mean, I beat him basically twice. He was in the Rumble for what, maybe 5 minutes? Mm-hmm. I was in there from
almost the beginning to the very end.
7 to the end.
Yeah.
And it's not my first time doing a Rumble where I came in around the beginning and made it to the end. Mm-hmm. Now, there's been ones before where I didn't win, but, I mean, you go, 15 people basically? That Rumble was 45 minutes, I think it was, total.
Yeah, it was quite a long time.
So, doing that and then having another match with him, not even 2 matches later, and beating him, I beat him at my most exhausted point.
Right.
And it took him to get underneath my skin and get in my head to beat me once.
Well, talking about the Rumble, because I can only spend so much time talking about Luke Powers, it still goes underneath one of his promos time. So,
yeah.
Callie's best, Jay Cruz.
Oh, boy.
There's some heat there, right? There's some heat?
Yeah, I would say probably. I mean, Jay Cruz is Jay Cruz.
Yeah.
Got a big mouth, and like, he does what he does. But I mean, at the end of the day, I've beat him before. Several times.
I would say at the end of the day is probably big mouth, little balls. So.
Oh my.
Yeah, he's something.
So I mean, we're looking at a future match between the two of you at some point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, well, heck, I hope so.
Like, I mean,
I did win the Rumble for the opportunity.
yeah.
So
are you looking to prove a point to Jay Cruz, or are you just keeping your eye on the belt?
you know, it honestly has nothing to do with Jay Cruz. I just want the belt back, or excuse me, the title back, because belt holds up the pants, man. But yeah, I'll be honest, nothing personal.
Okay. We'll see what he has to say about that, because
He'll have a lot.
we
to
know
say.
what Jay Cruz does best, and it's run his mouth. So
I'll probably, yeah.
all right. Well, let's talk about the other big elephant in the room. Not elephant, I guess snake. Garabai. What's going on?
I'd be damned if I know. I just
Not returning phone calls, right? Like, what's...
MIA in general, very not there like he used to be. I don't know, man. He's a back and forth guy that's just hard to
Pinned down, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's not sure what we got going on, not sure where we stand.
Well, it's hard to figure out when he won't return your calls, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he literally wrestles and he's gone, and then it's your turn to have your match. Like, are you guys seeing each other in the back room? Are you is it like two ships passing in the night? What's going on?
Don't really talk much.
But he still wants you to trust him, though.
Yeah, I mean, he talks to me, but it's strictly business. I mean, there's nothing. He's like, when we have actual tag matches, he's right there. He wants to get it done. Let's talk. Let's get it figured out. Let's work together. But off the table, anything else, don't hear from him very often. See him every now and then. And he's a grown-ass man. He does what he wants to do.
Right. Is he afraid of your success?
I don't think so. I don't think he's afraid of it. I think he might hold some grudge against me from my past still.
So he wants to hold you because of that Dark Passenger.
Yeah. I would guess. I mean, he's very hard to read. He's like, I'm probably one of the few people that know him the best, and he's hard to read.
Yeah.
He slithers and goes and does what he does, and that's the Snake Garabai. He just does what he does.
Well, I mean, it just sounds like there's continued growing tension there that we haven't even seen the last of. And who knows when we're going to see it, it sounds like.
Yeah. It's hard to trust a man who's willing to flatline me to win and then say that I fell into him and he caught me. I mean, I might look stupid, but I'm not. But yeah, I don't know. And then basically sacrificing himself in a match for me.
Throwing himself on a sword? For what?
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to figure out where his thoughts are, his intentions, his motivations. But yeah, he's a mystery to me, and I'm one that's usually the mystery. So that's what is crazy for me.
Right. So, is there anybody that you want to work with moving forward?
Oh, man. Well.
In Wrestle Club.
Oh, yeah. There's a few of these guys. I mean, to be honest, if I really future presence, there's only one guy that I've seen that came into this business and debuted and won a title.
And we're talking about Jet Wilson, aren't we?
And, it was me, and now it's him.
Yeah.
So, at some point or another, see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, he has been labeled a generational talent, but you paved the way.
Yeah.
So, at some point, you two, in the future, maybe?
We'll see. Like, I'm no...
I think that would be a pretty big barn burner, right?
Yeah, we might need some space. Things can get pretty hefty with the man who flies and...
Well, let's not say that, because, I mean, like, in my mind, I'm just thinking, like, we got a future ladder match,
Oh.
Hey, I've been in cages, I've been in ladders, on ladders, around ladders, destroying rings,
Okay.
whichever comes.
So let's talk about somebody outside of Wrestle Club that Damien Black could face. Is there anybody that you would like to face again from Arizona? Is there someone here close, Salt Lake, Portland, anybody that comes to mind? Or you're just all comers are welcome?
I'll take anybody, it don't matter. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I have wrestled enough people that the more I wrestle, the better it is. I mean, I say Jet because Jet's a young kid. He did the same thing I did. I want to step toe-to-toe with the boy and see what we got.
Right.
I mean, generational talent, freaking first and only. I mean, used to be the only. But outside of Idaho, I've wrestled people. So, I mean, it's anybody wants it to come get it.
I mean, we've had the conversations, so it's only
Yeah.
a matter of time before this ends up and Damien Black is released upon the world. So
Oh, yeah.
that's pretty big. I know we've had discussions. I'm like, you're excited to see where Damien Black goes next. So
Yeah, definitely. Like, got to get some things in order, and as soon as I do, we're on our way. And the reality of that is just being able to get those things in order first, and then everything else just falls in place like dominoes.
yeah. Well, as we wrap this up, I appreciate you, Damien
I
Black,
appreciate you
coming out
guys
here.
having me.
Letting my own private nostalgia support you, sponsor you, back you. I told you, after your last loss that, we were behind you 110%. We're still behind you 110% because it's the working man that is driving us forward and driving you forward. So it just makes sense to have that go hand in hand. So thank you for being a part of it.
My pleasure.
It's impressive, and it's a big shout out for Dark Prime to want to get behind the Damien Black train as well.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Hearing that news is definitely another, just a pin in the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So hopefully there's some gold in the future for you. We'll see what Jay Cruz has to say after all of this airs.
Yeah. Well.
Hopefully we can get something in the books for you and Luke Powers so that we can have finally another one just to see at the end of the day.
Yeah, and
I know you've been jockeying for it. I know you've been trying to reach out to Dr. Steve and the higher ups of Wrestle Club. So
fun getting a hold of, man.
so we'll see what happens, but you're anxious to get in the ring with Jet Wilson, it sounds like, so that'll be interesting.
Oh yeah.
So, well, I appreciate your time, Damien Black. Thanks for joining us.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. Till next time, this has been my own private Damien Black.